So, in today's motivation section, I want to talk about the incredible thing that happens when some things fit together. One of the difficulties you have if you're under 60 is you don't have any history. So if you're 25, how would you know? And So last night I found out that my brother had passed away a couple of weeks ago, actually on the 7th of July. And so I found out on the 16th, today's the 17th. And he passed away from pancreatic cancer. But no one had seen him for almost 25 years, which was amazing. His name is Paul, and Dougal, stop it. Paul and I were 15 months apart, so I'm 63 and he was 62 when he died a couple of weeks ago. Paul had real difficulties fitting in with the incredibly abusive environment that we grew up in. I was the big brother, and it was my job to, as great an extent as possible, to shield him from the absolutely savage abuse of my father. He was a real violent bloke. I've tried to excuse it by the fact that he was fighting on the front lines of World War II, and he had to kill a lot of people in hand-to-hand combat. And, we look at that today in terms of PTSD, and we're treating people for PTSD today that aren't even begin to be on the level of the things that they were dealing with. He was at the liberation of the prison camp in Dachau, where hundreds of thousands of Jews were gassed and killed. You go there, it's just too shocking to imagine. So I managed. I've tried multiple times to get a hold of him, because 25 years ago he just walked out on his life, walked out on his wife, his two girls, and I've kept in fairly close touch with all of them. Tell you, thank God for social media, because it enables these sort of things. Anyway, it turns out the family wanted to portray that he was a drug-crazed wild man living on the street, which I think was sort of true when he first got there. But this woman that he was with, Kathy, who I spoke with last night for, I think, probably close to an hour, they were living together, and then they eventually got married. But everything that my family tried to push out as truth had no truth to it. It was absolutely amazing. And I've prayed for Paul and upheld Paul and searched for Paul and sent Paul letters, and you just never know what's going to happen. And I think that sometimes the great thing when you're our age, the age that quite a few of us are, the amazing thing that happens is that you actually see stuff come around, stuff that lasts for 25 years, and then comes good. So this is my tribute to Paul. I'll put some stuff in the blog post, as well as with this picture today, because Paul, I miss you, man. I have no question you're in heaven. And I'll see you when I get there. God bless.